Set lists are a very important part of the system, and before you build a set list, it's important to make sure that you've added your performance material and you've also added gear and linked the two together by adding gear onto your performance material, and you can watch those videos or read those instructions to understand how to do that. We're going to assume that you've loaded in your performance material, and on each item you've checked off the gear that you need for it. And now you can build your set list. Now, one important distinction is you do not need to have gear to build a set list. You do need performance material entered into the system, but all of that's really going to tie together when you print your gig sheet, and it gives you your gear list based on your set list. So enough talking, let's take a look at it. So I've already entered a few a few set lists already. I'm just going to click Add Set List. And this is just the creation of the entity that is a set list. We're not adding items just yet, but I'm going to give this a name, and I'm just going to call this a beta set list. And I'm going to say for testing purposes, this is a beta count anyway, but let's do it. So we'll click Submit. Now what it's going to do is give me this screen, and this is the drag and drop set list builder. On the left-hand side, it's going to load in all of my performance material that I have in the system. And on the right-hand side, I have this empty box, and that's where my set list is going to get built. To do this, all I have to do is drag and drop to put items into my set list. And as I move over to this side, if I keep holding down my mouse cursor, I can continue it. I can go up or down and drag and drop on this side. Click the mouse, hold her down, and decide where it's going to go. And if I want to, I can just drop in all the stuff I want and then reorder it after. And once I'm done, I click Save Material Order. This little window will pop up to say that it's been saved, and that's it. Now, it hasn't left the page because that's just in case I need to edit this information as well. So if I do want to change this to beta set list B, I can save the description separately, and it allows me to do that. If I go back to my set list page now, I will see beta set list B for testing purposes. I can click Edit, and there it is. Now, one thing to note, this hasn't been assigned to a gig yet, but if it has been and I attempt to delete it, it will give me a warning to let me know that I'm trying to delete something that's attached to a gig already. And so that is how to use the drag and drop set list builder to build your set list for your shows.